meditation before sex and meditation after sex. Now, a lot of cultures have the misconception or their own point of views that meditation and sex are of two different things. Most people believe in order to practice meditation or spirituality, they have to give up their sex life. Well, that is not true and it's not necessary. Because we look at meditation as a mental exercise. For example, if you go to a gym and exercise, you're exercising your body. There's nothing divine about it. Or nothing sacred about exercising your body in a gym. Similarly, once you exercise your mind with concentration exercises, certain mental exercises, going into a state of meditation, none of that is sacred or divine. It's a process. It's a practice. And when you keep practicing, each individual will come across his own unique experiences. And those experiences are unique to that individual because no two individuals are the same. Now, many people try to or want to get the same experience as a spiritual leader or a religious founder. Well, that's a grave mistake. Because everyone is different. Same way, the personalities, the attitudes, the genetic imprint, it all varies. So when you do a particular type of mental exercise, the experience you have is unique to you, is unique to that person. You cannot compare that to another person, whoever that might be. So you got to understand that. And it's wrong to try to enforce an experience that you have got through meditation onto another person. For that person, when he practices concentration, he'll have his own unique experience. So it's very important for us to understand this. So, sex is a reality that we all know, that nothing exists in this world or in this environment. All life forms undergo reproduction in one way or another. And the human species, our evolutionary intellectual design, that is how our evolutionary genetics work, is it has a lot of desire and satisfaction and a drive into the sexual act. So sexual act should be valued and practiced properly with proper understanding. Now the vulgarity of this whole view of sexuality comes through lack of education on sex, lack of understanding of the sexual feelings when a person gets it. So these things you need to understand through observation, through mental practices. Then you have a subtle control over your actions. You need to have sex, you need to have satisfaction. But you don't let that emotions drive you to do unlawful or unethical acts in society. So you have sex with your loved one. Can be a girlfriend, can be your wife. So you want to drive the sexual energy to that, your dedicated life partner. So we will look at that part. So meditation can really help in channeling your sexual energies to your loved partner. Because the mind is always seeking different levels of joy. Sometimes when the mind does that, it can affect your relationships. That's the very reason why people seek sexual relationships outside their marriage. That's why all the brothels, escorts, prostitution, all that exists because of people seeking sex outside the marriage or relationship. Now, this can be controlled through proper understanding of your sexual feelings. And if you can train your mind and your body to understand those orgasmic experiences, you can become a self-master. That is, you can actually conquer your own intellectual desires. When I say conquer, there's nothing to renounce or give up. No, you master and command your desires. That is, you are in a position as an observer. You can observe the desire and you can act on the desire and you can fully get the experience of that desire. It's very difficult to explain. You have to experience it. One is you don't just indulge, jump into the action. You smoothly go with a controlled plan. Like, it's similar to foreplay. Not many people are good at foreplay because the sexual urge drives them to get into the act. They just want to get done with it. But the people who want to observe their emotions, they go through the foreplay practice. They go slow and nice. And they have a wonderful sexual experience. And those relationships tend to be strong and last longer because they're enjoying the act of sex. It's a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings. It's not just a physical thing. It's both mental and physical collaboration, which gives you the highest form of orgasm. So this whole idea of meditating before having sex and meditating after having sex is one form of practice which will give you full control of your sex drive. When you meditate before sex, you just meditate on that sex. You just meditate on your life partner, on what I'm going to do. It's a mental planning with the eyes closed. And that will automatically arouse you with your visualizations. Then once you arouse to a certain extent, you can get this within 10 to 15 minutes of focus. Then you can have a very fulfilling sexual act. Then after having sex, you relax again and contemplating on the experience you had and enjoying the moments. Then what you do is you allow the mind to take control of that experience. Because orgasm is a very powerful experience. I would say orgasm is the most strongest emotional or most satisfying experience a human being can have, male or female. It's more satisfying than being the richest man in the world. It's more satisfying than just getting that, top 8 degree. I mean, all those experiences, come, you feel good about it, but orgasm is the one experience you keep on going after. It doesn't matter if you have money, no money. It doesn't matter if you pass your exam, fail your exam. It doesn't matter. Orgasm is one experience every human being really likes and loves to experience. So, might as well understand that orgasm and make that orgasm work for you so that your life is filled with joy, happiness, and silence. And we'll look at in a later discussion of how to practice orgasmic meditation. It's a very powerful form of meditation where you actually invoke the experience of orgasm in your mind through just thought force, and you experience orgasm in a meditative state, which again gives you full control and understanding of the orgasmic experience, where you can have greater sex, a greater sexual experience with your life partner. You can have better erections. You can stay longer. You can have sex for longer before you ejaculate. All that is there. So you need to take yourself into those states. So that's a different subject. So we'll talk about that in a later discussion. But for now, we need to clearly understand that meditation sex, orgasm, love, relationships all have to go together. You cannot give up one for another because a proper trained mind can enjoy life and understand life, and you can live the life you want to live compared to an untrained mind. So don't just allow the people who are renounceable to have all the fun, where they don't want to have experience anything, they want to give up and they say they're having fun. Well, there are other methods where you don't have to give up anything. You can enjoy everything. You can be who you are. You can do what you like to do. And with the proper trained, observed mind, you can enjoy life better, I would say, even than the person who is renounceable and the person who is untrained, who doesn't train his mind. But that doesn't make you better than those people. It just makes you a more fulfilled, a fully conscious, self-conscious, life realized person. So let us all value the practice of the mind and take our experiences to the next level.